Good morning, Taiwan, and thank you for sharing your day with us. I am Louisa Lee. 欢迎收看 Louisa 报报，每天给你最新最有趣的新闻。First, the latest about the floods in Southeast Asia. Are Bangkok residents completely safe from the nation's worst floods in 50 years, which have affected more than 8 million people so far? That's if the flood barriers can effectively withstand the water from pouring in and wrecking the capital. 泰国曼谷的居民现在暂时可以松一口气了，因为水并没有进入到市中心，但是曼谷外围的地区还是非常的严重，居民每天还是提心吊胆。
Preparations are still underway in Thailand, where floodwaters have inundated communities. Residents in Pathumthani work together sandbagging an industrial area from imposing waters. Home and shop owners say any planning they've done so far may be too little, too late.
We're worried because the water has been rising every day. We started preparation last week, but the news says the water is getting higher.
Just 46 kilometers from the capital city, officials are worried that it's only a matter of time before water there cascades into Bangkok. And in Cambodia, where flooding has killed at least 247, government leaders met with international diplomats from China and the U.S. to secure flood relief donations. U.S. Ambassador for ASEAN Affairs, David Cardin.
Well, only to express our sympathies as to the terrible problems that have been created as a consequence of this and the effect that it has, of course, on the rice crop and upon the people. And there is, of course, assistance being provided by the United States now in order to try to ameliorate or mitigate the damage done by the flood.
17 of Cambodia's 23 provinces are suffering the worst floods in decades, with officials estimating nearly 1.5 million people have been affected.
In other news, the patent dispute between Apple and Samsung Electronics continues. And what is Samsung's next move to slow down its biggest competitor? Our Jennifer Zhang is here to explain the bitter legal battle between the two tech giants. Steve Jobs 离开人世之后，很多分析师都说，苹果跟三星的竞争会越来越激烈。看样子情况真的是这样。三星昨天在日本跟澳洲的法院申请临时强制令，要阻止 iPhone 4S 在日本和澳洲上市。
Samsung has filed preliminary injunction motions in Australia and Japan yesterday in an attempt to block the sales of iPhone 4S in the regions. The South Korean company also asked the Tokyo District Court to ban the sales of iPhone 4 and the iPad 2 as well. The recent motions follow Samsung's similar pleas in France and Italy, which accused Apple of patent infringements related to wireless technology. And even with Samsung's aggressive attacks, Apple seems to be gaining the initial edge in the legal battle. Apple has scored a victory against its rival, successfully banning the sales of Galaxy Tab 10.1 in Australia and Germany. And in addition, Samsung's attempt to ban the sales of Apple products were rejected by a Dutch court last Friday.
And now let's find out what's happening in the world of entertainment. Actress Lindsay Lohan is striking back at reports that she's lagging behind in meeting court-ordered community service, saying that there's no truth to the media speculation. However, the troubled star is set to appear in the California court this Wednesday, where she could face up to a year and a half in jail if the judge finds her violating the rules of her probation. 麻烦不断的 Lindsay Lohan 看来有更大的麻烦了，因为她没有按照法官的要求参加社区服务。如果法官认为她违反了假释规定，她可能真的又要去坐牢了。
She has a history of not showing up for court hearings, violating her probation, and getting sent back to jail. And next week, actress Lindsay Lohan could repeat herself yet again. An L.A. County judge wants to know why in the world she's finished so little community service since May. Barely 21 hours of the 480 hours she's required to finish by next April. Much of it sentenced after she pleaded no contest to stealing a necklace from a jewelry store.
Lindsay's attitude is to just simply continue to blow these things off, to not do her community service, to ignore her obligation to engage in counseling.
At the women's shelter where she was ordered to serve, they haven't seen much of her. At her current rate, she'll need 114 months, a whole 9.5 years to finish her sentence.
She's testing everybody's patience, and pretty soon the judge has no alternative but to send her to jail.
But if she doubled down and put in just 19 hours a week, she'd make it in time. And if she worked at least 40 hours a week, she'd be finished in January.
These people, time and time again, enter rehab and are unable to understand the logical consequences. Got to do community service. Got to really be clean and sober for a really long time.
Lohan took to Twitter to defend herself, saying, "I am working hard and fulfilling my obligations every single day. I'd appreciate it if people will just let me do what is asked of me so that I can get my life back." She's had a difficult week, facing all kinds of questions about her health after these unflattering pictures from a red carpet premiere in Los Angeles. Many wondered if her dental hygiene might be a sign of unhealthy behavior. The week before, she was modeling and attending fashion shows in Italy. Her critics say she should have been home, chipping away at that community service.
And in other news, could it be his Iron Man flicks? Maybe so. Robert Downey Jr.'s latest works on the big screen are being recognized with the annual American Cinematheque presenting the annual trophy for his achievement in the art of motion pictures. 演员 Robert Downey Jr. 最近获得 American Cinematheque Award 的肯定，表扬他在电影上的贡献。他跟老婆还有许多好朋友都出席了这个颁奖典礼。
Robert Downey Jr. joined an esteemed group of Hollywood actors over the weekend in earning a special honor. The 46-year-old star is the newest recipient of the American Cinematheque Award. It is the 25th year the Film Arts Organization has handed out the trophy to an actor deemed to be an extraordinary artist. Family and friends gathered in Beverly Hills at the star-studded event to help celebrate the occasion.
It's nice. I mean, look, the truth is it affords me opportunities to do the kind of movies I'd want to do anyway. And, you know, you got to come to this hotel once or twice a year anyway. I know that it raises money for a good cause. Both of our families are here. That in and of itself is a reality show. And all our pals are here. I mean, this is going to be a fun night.
Close friend Mel Gibson, who supported Downey early in his career, presented the award.
And the newest flick, Trespass, by the two Academy Award winners, is already receiving a lot of buzz. In the upcoming psychological thriller, directed by the renowned film director Joel Schumacher, Nicolas Cage and Nicole Kidman play a wealthy couple whose house was broken in by a group of cold-blooded criminals. As the family is taken hostage, the perfect couple starts to realize that their marriage is full of betrayal, deception, and dishonesty. Will the family be able to survive the storm? You can find that out in Taiwan theaters this weekend. 大咖演员 Nicolas Cage 和影后 Nicole Kidman 首次合作，在电影《非法入侵》里是饰演夫妻。故事描述一群暴族入侵家中，却在意外中解开了这个家里的秘密。
Hey, Mom, can I go to a party?
Not tonight.
I have to go with your mother on this. No, I don't want to meet with your buyer. I want to meet with you. Looks so good. This is my house now. It's my house. It's my rules. Daddy's home.
Don't you just love surprises?
What do you want from us? I don't know. Why don't we start with everything you got? There's money here. There is money somewhere. You let my wife leave, and then I'll give you what you want.
I'll give them what they want, please. I'm in the safe.
They'll kill us, Sarah. They'll just kill us if I do.
You're gonna put your thumb on that thing sooner or later. Only question is whether it'll still be attached to your body.
We saw you sign for diamonds, lots of them. My baby brother and your loving wife. That's why we're here. That's why we picked you.
If you save her, I'll do anything you want. You know that, don't you?
Open the safe. No.
Trespass.